What is up? I'm actually doing this because my plan is this is the first of actually doing all the character arcade endings for Injustice 2 story mode, or the Injustice 2 multiverse. So the first one I figured I'd show off, since this is the one I've actually had the least experience with, is actually Harley, and I also feel like she has one of the better character endings in the game. So a little quick update. I'm doing this, showing the loadouts right now to actually show the actual color differences between the original classic Harley you get in story mode and the one that you get from customizing. Alright, cool. So, the thing is, about a little quick update for Injustice people who have not played the game. Injustice story mode is essentially Joker snaps and decides that he snaps and one day just decides to screw with Superman, kills Lois Lane, blows up Metropolis, and beats Superman, and pretty much mentally beats him, so Superman finally snaps and kills the Joker. So this takes place after that, with Superman kind of being the main villain of the game, and this is Harley kind of like going through her version of the story mode and kind of go through and see what she does, because her dealing with the whole Brainiac interaction. Which of course the Injustice 2 story mode, of course, is Brainiac comes to the planet, so all the two hero sides of Batman and Superman and their two sides have to come together to, you know, beat this new evil threat of Brainiac. So Harley also has a kind of weird gameplay style. I don't know how to play Harley. I'll admit it. I suck with Harley. I'm not good at rushdown characters. I'm more of a zoner, and I'm super waiting forward to buying Red Hood at some point. Okay, so Harley. The weird thing about Injustice is a very great game, and Harley actually has one of the better character traits. I don't use it as much as I should, but what it does is she just throws a piece of steak, and when she throws the piece of steak, it actually has one of her dogs come by and grab it. And hopefully, maybe, I don't know, if I get a chance to do it, I'll try and show it off. Also, she has I think one of the funnier super moves in the game, but this is actually my first time playing as Harley. The only reason she's level 9 now because I actually got a bunch of gear for her that I thought would look really good, and figured why the hell not and try to do that. I got a couple cool shaders, so I figured I'd try and color her a little bit to maybe have a little bit different color shaders. Yeah, she also has one of the better like win quotes of the game. So I only put it on novice because, again, I don't know Harley Quinn. Kind of suck with her, I'll admit it. I suck. I'm more main Green Lantern, but whatever, that's a different story. Alright, so Harley, the whole idea for the story mode is, you know, kind of Harley's now becoming she's an independent woman now, you know. She's strong. But the one thing I do like about Harley is, you know, she's kind of grown into her own thing. She's kind of more like DC's Deadpool now, if that makes any kind of sense, because she just kind of breaks the fourth wall and knows, you know, what she's doing in the comics and everything like that. But the big thing is that she's now like she's a good hero now, or a good person. Not like a good person, but more kind of like an anti-hero. So much so that she's actually working with Batman, and in some comics, not in this storyline, but in the current Rebirth comics, she kind of has a weird thing with Bruce Wayne. It's weird, but I'll try and what I'm going to try to do, because I've been talking over this while playing and talking way too much. I'm going to try and shut up for the rest of these character interactions, because some of these character interactions in this game are easily some of the best that I've seen in any kind of fighting game. I'll try and talk during some of these parts, but all like during the clashes, or during some of like the opening and ending cutscenes, I'll do that. I'll try and be quiet so we can hear kind of some of the beginnings and ends of the fight and some of the clashes. But clashes can be weird. I don't know if I can pull them off so much. I don't know. But yeah, Joker is super dead, like mega dead. But yeah, that's a weird thing. If some of you have not seen Injustice 2, this is the gear drop system. So what it actually does is, the more you play the game, the more clothes that you get and more gear that you get for your character, which then can give them different abilities, different buffs, stuff like that, and can completely change the game.
I used to be a doctor too.
You have lost yourself to madness.
I changed career paths.
Begin.
Now, I don't know who voices her. Honestly, I really don't. I feel like it might be Tara Strong. I don't know. I might be good. I'm probably gonna try and look it up. I don't know. I probably should have done that before the video. But anyways, honestly, I feel like that Harley might be the same actually voice actress from the original Batman animated series. I think so. I don't know. I will not. I'm not gonna look it up. It'll probably come to me while I'm playing this. Sorry if I'm getting a little bit quiet. It's a little bit hard sometimes to do this because trying to talk while doing this is a little. I know it's a little hard to do. Trying to remember some of your combos and then trying to do some of your combos and then remember like what motions are and everything like that and what your combos and everything are while trying to kind of talk at the same time. And also I'm kind of getting some really kind of awkward text messages while doing this, so it is a little weird. Sorry about that. I don't really need to talk about that, but it's going on. Yeah. But I know the one thing I do like about the game is Harley, she plays a lot like she plays a lot kind of like Injustice 1 Harley. And I feel like that's actually a really good thing, because, well, it's not really a good thing in this game, but more kind of like a downplay for the whole meta that is Injustice 2. Which, of course, if you're a long-range character, you know you're gonna dominate the game. Like Dr. Fate will obviously dominate the game. Dr. Fate and Deadshot. So. Again, like I said, this is the first time playing Harley, so I'm actually spending half my time just trying to figure out what she actually has and what she doesn't have and what can kind of go into each other and everything like that. So, yeah, so one thing, I've looked it up. I've had it a couple times where I'll get some really good gear drops or something like that in this game, and I've haven't set them up for certain characters that I do like, but some that I don't really play all that much.
Give me some breathing room, huh?
Sorry, Miss Quinn. I know I'm gushing.
You're gonna gush when I step on ya.
Begin.
Man, that's definitely an improvement. So I don't know if any of y'all actually remember this, but about, I want to say 2 years ago with the first, either last year, wait a minute, I'm having a real quick emergency, guys. I'm going to have to take just a second here just to figure out what's going on. Yeah, okay. Sorry, I'm just getting some kind of weird kind of emergency text messages, so if I have to pause for a good long brief period of time, then good chances are yep, this is it, yeah, might have to pause here for a while. I'm gonna try and edit the video down a little bit so I can actually kind of save this a little bit. Okay. And alright, I'm back. Cool. I'm so sorry, guys. I actually had a little bit of a kind of a family / friend emergency. Had to go take care of that for a few minutes. Totally fine. Everything is good. Nothing to worry about. All good. So the big plan is right now is, again, sorry again. I had to go take an emergency. Got a weird text message, and I can tell after doing that I'm not even focusing right now. I forgot everything. Just had a good 10-minute conversation, and now I'm playing like shit. All right, cool. So, I don't know, like, Harley from Injustice 1, Injustice 1 was, it's the same game, but the thing is the map was a lot smaller, I guess. Yeah, a little bit smaller. So when you went to go play the game, it was kind of more of like a rush down was kind of more enabled. And Harley, again, she's kind of more like a mid thing where she's like she can rush down and has some really good combos with that. But she also is kind of she has zoning options, but she's not completely rushed down. But she does have tons of combos, which is very positive in her favor. Like I said, I haven't checked the Event Hub's tier list recently, but I do think she's actually a mid-tier character. Either, I want to think so. I don't know. Those changed a lot recently, especially Red Hood coming out last night. So I have no idea. It took me a few minutes. I actually forgot everything, so I just went on there, just kind of real quick. Like, here's my motion. Just had to go pause real quick just to make sure that I had some of my motions down. The one thing I don't know if this will actually work or not, but also while I was also off camera, I went to go look and check and do a little bit of research and actually find out that yes, Tara Strong, actually from the original Batman the Animated Series, does actually voice Harley. Oh my gosh, so much damage. Fuck, man. Fuck. All right. So yeah. So I don't know if you've ever seen it. I would recommend actually. Some of you probably have, but there's probably people that will watch the video that have not seen it, but I would recommend actually watching the Batman the Animated Series videos, because if you do, then like you'll actually see it, because oddly enough, Harley Quinn is actually one of the more popular comic book characters who is not a comic book character who's not actually from the comics. She's actually from an episode of Batman the Animated Series called Mad Love, which is actually her first appearance. And ever since then, like she was like Bruce Timm actually said that she was just supposed to be a one-off character. Oh, I can't believe I trashed that up so bad. So Bruce Timm actually said she was just supposed to be kind of a one-off character that never kind of like see this one time and that was it. So Joker, like at the end of the episode, it's kind of implied that he does kill her because he just pushes her off the building and she falls off. You don't see her breathing or nothing like that. Pushes her off the building, you see her land on the ground, and then that's kind of it, and that's kind of all that you see of her. But the thing is that it's kind of weird because as soon as she made it like this appearance, like this first appearance, because I remember as a kid seeing her like, wow, this is actually super cool. Like it's this awesome idea about the fact that Joker kind of has a sidekick / girlfriend, so it's kind of awesome. And then it kind of grew into a whole weird kind of weird love thing with kind of with Harley Quinn and the Joker kind of being, like lovers and everything like that later on, and then to being kind of like almost a Stockholm syndrome thing, where Harley is just a character, almost like kind of kidnapped by the Joker, and because of the whole Stockholm syndrome thing, she honestly believes that the Joker does love her, and oddly enough, in a weird way, he kind of does love her, but I don't think he ever really truly can love her. That just, I don't know, like he's so focused on Batman. I think the one person he actually would truly do love, probably more than anybody, just because of the fact that he, some kind of weird way gets him, or notices that he gets him, is actually Batman, and that's kind of sad. It really is sad, because Harley is such an amazing character. Like, just in anything. I don't like some of the ways that she's portrayed, though, as kind of being like this weak kind of... Wait,
I still can't believe it.
just a second.
Hey, bring it down, Brainiac. Oh no.
Yeah, just like Glenn.
Still,
Okay,
that surprised
so,
me.
and it's
Offering me a
weird to
spot
say
on
this,
the
but Harley Quinn I
Justice
do think is
League.
actually one of my...
I'm totally sure he ain't
easily
crazy.
one of my favorite
Who said
comic book
no to
characters,
that
but again,
guy?
I've never,
You
like,
know,
I've not...
being good feels good. But every now and
There we
again,
go, let's see the ending of this.
every once in a while, I get this
Ah, damn it, drop the
irresistible
controller.
urge
Right.
to go out
Well,
and
here's the
bash
Harley Quinn's
them
arcade ending.
Hopefully being good'll stick long term. Till I'm sure my kid Lucy's still gonna know me as her crazy Aunt Holleen. Maybe someday I can give her the real scoop.
That's touching. So the idea is that in the Injustice 1 storyline slash in comics, Harley finds out that she's actually pregnant with the Joker's kid, and when he found out, he kind of went nuts, and I think if I'm right, I think he went nuts and actually tried to kill her. And honestly, she kind of got away and gave birth to the kid, and then gave it up and put it up for adoption because she knew that as long as she was pregnant and as long as she was with him, her daughter wouldn't have a safe life. That was kind of her moment of clarity to realize that no matter what happens, the Joker's not going to be the person that she thinks he is. That she can think he can be this amazing, like, deep down, the original personality Joker probably is a good person and really is a good person. But she knows that he's too far gone and given into this persona that he's never going to come back and never be what he thinks he is. He enjoys it too much. So, and she kind of has this weird clarity thing while talking to Black Canary when Black Canary finds out that she's actually pregnant with Green Arrow's kid. And she's trying to figure out what to do since Green Arrow